Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we'll talk about one of the most common air conditioner problems, water leaking from your AC unit. Many people get worried when they see water dripping, but don't worry. I'll explain why this happens and how you can solve it. Here we have an indoor air conditioning unit. I placed it on the table so you can clearly see all the parts. Normally this type of unit is installed on the wall inside your room, but today I'll open it up and show you how it works from the inside. First, we open the front cover like this, then we remove these air filters. The filters are very important because they catch dust and dirt from the air. But if the filters are not cleaned regularly, they can block the airflow. When the airflow is weak, the evaporator coil can get too cold and even freeze. Later, when the ice melts, it creates excess water, and that can cause leaking from your AC. Now let's continue. First, I remove the swing flap, or what we call the air guide. After that, I can see two screws, one on the lower left side and the other on the lower right side of the unit. Next, I carefully remove these plastic clips, and then I unscrew both screws. This allows me to take off the front cover completely, so we can see the inside of the air conditioner more clearly. On the front cover, we have 4 screws, 2 at the top and 2 at the bottom. We carefully unscrew all 4 using a screwdriver. Once these screws are removed, along with the top clips we unclipped earlier, the front cover can be taken off completely, giving us full access to the inside of the air conditioner. On the top of the air conditioner, there are only 2 plastic clips holding the cover in place. No screws here. We carefully unclip these 2 clips, and with that, the front cover can be removed completely, giving us full access to the inside of the AC. As you can see here, this is the evaporator coil. This is the part of the air conditioner where the heat exchange happens. When warm air from the room passes over the coil, the refrigerant inside absorbs the heat and cools the air. During this process, moisture from the air also condenses on the cold surface of the evaporator. That's why you see water forming on it. This water is completely normal and is simply the humidity being removed from the air. From here, the water drips down into a plastic drain pan located just below the coil. The purpose of this pan is to collect all the condensation safely. Then, through gravity, the water flows into the drain pipe. This drain pipe is responsible for carrying the water outside of the unit, making sure it doesn't leak inside your home. So to summarize, the evaporator cools the air, humidity turns into water droplets, the drain pan collects them, and the drain pipe removes the water completely. This is how the air conditioner not only cools your space, but also keeps it dry and comfortable. Now let's take a closer look at the drain pan. This is the plastic tray located right under the evaporator coil. Its job is to collect all the water that drips down as condensation. At the bottom of this drain pan, there is a small hole. This hole is very important because it connects directly to the drain pipe. Through this opening, the collected water flows out of the unit and is safely discharged outside. However, if this hole becomes dirty or clogged with dust, dirt, or even mold, it can block the flow of water. When that happens, the water can no longer move freely into the drain pipe. Instead, it starts to build up inside the pan. Once the drain hole is blocked, the pan will eventually overflow. This is when you start to see water dripping from the air conditioner, usually inside the room. It's one of the most common reasons why AC units leak water. That's why keeping the drain pan and the drain hole clean is very important. A simple cleaning can prevent clogs and make sure water flows smoothly into the drain pipe. Another common problem that can stop the water from draining properly is when the air conditioner is not installed level. If the indoor unit is tilted even slightly, the water inside the drain pan will not flow toward the drain hole as it should. Instead, the water will collect on one side of the pan. This imbalance prevents it from reaching the small hole that connects to the drain pipe. As a result, the water can start to overflow inside the unit and eventually leak into the room. For this reason, correct installation is very important. Now we are going to remove the drain pan. As you can see, it is located right under the evaporator coil. This pan collects all the water that forms from condensation, but with time it becomes very dirty. Carefully, I release the clips and slide the pan out. Here we can see all the dust and dirt inside, as well as the small drain hole in the drain pipe connection. This hole is very important because it allows the water to flow out, but when it's clogged, it causes leakage. After showing the dirt, I will clean the pan thoroughly with water and soap, making sure the drain hole is completely open. Once the pan is clean, it can be reinstalled, and the water will flow smoothly again without any problem. Now, after we have removed the drain pan, it's time to clean it using a water spray gun. As you can see, the pan is full of dust, dirt, and buildup that can block the drain hole. Take the water spray gun and carefully rinse the pan. Make sure the water reaches all corners and removes all the accumulated dirt and grime. Pay special attention to the small drain hole at the bottom, because this is where the water flows into the drain pipe. If the hole is blocked, water cannot flow properly, which can cause leaks inside the room. You can use the spray gun to also flush the drain pipe, ensuring that any remaining dirt or buildup is completely removed. After washing, check that the drain hole is clear and the pan is clean. Once the pan is dry, it can be reinstalled back into the unit. With the drain pan clean and the hole open, the water will flow smoothly, preventing any leaks in the future. And that's how we clean the AC drain pan using a water spray gun. Keeping the drain pan and drain hole clean is very important to prevent water leaks and ensure your air conditioner works efficiently. Always make sure the water can flow freely through the pan and the drain pipe. With regular cleaning, you can avoid blockages and maintain a healthy, properly functioning AC unit. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more helpful AC maintenance tips.